All right, sixth grade, we're here for Chapter 6, The Captain's Papers. Chapter 6 of Treasure Island picks up sort of where Chapter 5 left off, as Jim gets to meet Squire Trelawney. He and Dodger, and, you get a few of these small soldiers who come in and out. Not really that important to the overall story. But Mr. Dance, the soldier, Dodger's the name of the horse, my apologies. He and Mr. Dance, the soldier, who ran over Blind Pew, they arrive. They're complimented Mr. Dance for his bravery in running over Blind Pew. Truly, he is the greatest soldier who ever lived. He was able to run over a blind man. And Jim for his bravery in the situation. There's complimented. The squire, to hear the whole tale told to him, to listen better during it, he takes off his powdered wig so he can perhaps listen better. So he's like holding a head of hair as he's listening to this story, which is kind of an amusing visual. The story's told, Mr. Dance leaves, and they start to go through what Jim has in the oilskin packet. And inside are two things, a book and a folded up piece of cloth, which we'll get to in a moment. The book, as they look at it, they can't really make heads or tails of it. It's in there. Billy Bones, Mr. W. Bones, Esquire. They're still, he's trying it out. And then it has all these listings of locations and amounts, and can't really figure it out. But then the squire puts it together that this is his account book. It's where he keeps record of what he's owed. And it keeps track of the ships and towns that they plundered off Caracas. That's in the Caribbean. Is the one location they sort of revisit. And his share. And you can see as the amounts get larger and larger as he went up the ranks in the crew. Because he was Flint's first mate. A first mate is the person only below the captain on a boat. They're the executive officer, the one who is in charge when the captain is gone, the one who the captain will put in charge of important tasks. That's their job. And the squire talks about how Flint, everyone was scared of Flint. Even Blackbeard was scared of Flint. And this actually gets taken two steps further as the story goes on. And I'll have one little fun aside about another story that will come into play on one of these characters as it's mentioned. Then they go and they look through the cloth. And the cloth has a map. And the map has landmarks, it has hills, it has trees, and it has 3 red X's on it. If you know where X marks the spot on treasure maps, where that comes from, that comes from this book. And one hill called the Spyglass, that's important. You should remember that there's a hill called the Spyglass on Treasure Island. And a spyglass is a telescope that you would use to view objects from afar, to spy things. You look through the glass and you spy things. After that, the squire, it's marked down. It tells you, bulk of the treasure here, bar silver is located here. It tells you where Flint's treasure. And the squire is excited about this. He's like, that's a ton of money. And I'll pay for a ship. The doctor, you'll be along with the ship's doctor. Jim, you'll be the cabin boy, and we're going to go get this treasure. We'll bring my 3 men, Tom Redruth and the other 2 guys, who aren't really major characters. Redruth isn't a major character really either. We'll bring them along, and we'll find the treasure. But we have to be secret about it because there are pirates still about, and we don't want the pirates to get word of what we're doing. And the doctor's like, that's fine. The only person I'm worried about is you, Squire, because you cannot keep your mouth shut. And Squire Trelawney is like, I'll be as silent as the grave. You don't need to worry about that. So you can go ahead and leave your predictions for what's about to happen in Treasure Island in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one, 6th grade. Take care.